What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the spot. This is episode 18, and we are joined by a special guest, and we don't have Jaden with us right now. Where is Jaden, guys?
Jaden's away.
Do you guys know where Jaden is?
Who knows, boys? Who knows?
No, that sucks. Anyways, we don't need him. Anyways,
okay.
So how are you boys going? For this past week, I know Aron, you've had an exam, right?
I had an exam. I'm very stressed.
Very stressed.
Yes.
Why is that?
Oh no, I just casually stuffed up my exam. That's why.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's called a spot test. So like they give you random parts of like the part of the body, and then you have to say, what does this do and what does this relate to? Yeah. So I had a massive lapse of judgment. But yeah.
How bad did you fuck
Yeah,
up?
0 to 10.
0 to 10. More like
10
a 6.
being the worst.
Oh, 10 being the worst.
Joking,
Probably
I'm
a 4
joking, I'm
then.
joking.
Probably a 4.
Well, that's alright.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's just a medium fuck up.
Yeah, just a medium fuck up.
You fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean, how about you, Sal? How you been?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just, I'm me, so life's always good.
You're me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's all. That's all I
Really?
need to know.
You're not working
Yeah.
on anything?
I did. I have a few people. I hired some overseas people. I'm paying them slave rates to work for me.
Damn. Is it
Probably
is it under our minimum wage?
Yeah. It's minimum is an understatement.
You paid them for like what? Per 4 hours?
Nah, but it's fine. Please don't die.
It's
Please don't die.
Anyways,
Take that
how about you, Riley? I mean, it's your first time here, coming in here.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about our set?
It's beautiful. Beautiful set. Very
Yeah.
professional, man.
It's nothing to flashy or anything, but it's
Yeah.
there.
What was your question there? What am I up to lately?
Yeah. How you been for the past week?
Yeah, good, man. I just got back from Byron. I've been living at home for a little bit, and I'm going to move up to Gold Coast. So
Ooh.
just enjoying the break at the moment. And
Big steps, Riley.
Yeah, so
Getting ready
we really
for a lot of
appreciate
work.
you coming in, with your
No worries, man.
limited amount of time that you're here.
Got a lot of time right now, but hopefully that changes soon. But
Yeah?
yeah.
Anyways, so, just as usual, make sure you follow us on all our social medias, Instagram, we have more than 100 followers. And on behalf of Jaden, I am here to say this. What the fuck are you guys doing not subscribing to us?
Let's go.
Like,
my God.
what are you guys doing? It doesn't add up. You guys following us on Instagram but not subscribing to
Yeah,
us.
I've said you all made a significant lapse of judgment.
Yeah, you guys are making a mistake and not subscribing to
If
us.
you're watching
on
this on the Spot Podcast Instagram channel, go subscribe to the YouTube, man.
See,
Come on.
there you go.
Yeah.
You heard it from
Easy.
the man. You heard it from
Yes.
the man. So we haven't had any really, changes or anything.
I mean, more lighthearted news though. We did get 200 downloads.
We did get 200
yeah.
downloads on Spotify, so
Yes.
we really do appreciate you
Congratulations.
guys, you Spotify listeners. We appreciate
Yeah.
that. Keep downloading, keep listening to us while you're at work, your car rides, or whatever you're doing, uni, whatever. And so pretty much, Sal, how are we going with TikTok? Any changes?
The exact same, but that's gonna change after this episode.
Yeah.
Because TikTok, I only make them for the guest episodes. So when this is out, there'll be more content
Yes.
for
Alright.
TikTok.
For sure. How about Aaron?
Oh,
Twitter?
same thing, but more on like a lesser scale. But like guest episodes, they bring a lot of traction
Alright.
to our channel. So
Yeah, should our audience expect anything from Twitter or
from Twitter,
yeah?
oh,
What do you guys post on your Twitter?
Ask Aaron.
just
What do we post? I'm not
updates
following
and stuff, and like making sure everyone's all up to date with the episodes and stuff.
You just need to
Alright.
be. You just need to be tweeting stupid shit. That's
Should we try?
But
Yeah.
just tweet like
Take it less
fuck Donald
serious,
Trump
yeah.
and get like a few Insta likes, man.
Oh,
no,
okay.
but like stupid shit that
That's a
relates
good
back to
idea.
the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's a good idea.
just heard a call from Jaden. He's saying that how like the kids that's running our Twitter.
The kids,
Yeah.
they are not running our
How the
Twitter
children-
anymore. They're
No.
not running our Twitter
Why
Your
anymore.
not?
children.
No. Huh?
Why not?
I'll probably like convert our Twitter account into a business account actually.
Oh,
So
you're
we
not
could get
grooming
more-
kids anymore.
No,
Nice.
not anymore.
Oh,
No,
nice.
we'll convert it to a
Nice.
business account and then we'll see how much traction we got
Yeah,
because
you
it's
off
been
that Drake shit.
unsuccessful. Yeah,
You off that Drake shit.
yeah.
Well, if I say some funny shit in the podcast, I'll post it on my TikTok. And
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
let's go.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You want to promote your TikTok for our little audience?
nah, bro, it's all good.
I think we need to
Just
do
my
it the other
name.
way
Just my
round,
name,
bro.
Riley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll post some stuff on there.
Cool,
hopefully.
Let's go.
Anyways, before we get on to talking to Riley more, I think it's best that we say, what are we drinking, boys?
Well, to me,
Yeah,
since
yeah,
okay.
it's your choice this time.
Shit.
You picked
Okay.
these, yeah.
Introduce us.
So I'll apologize in advance to Summersby because we didn't get a Summersby. We instead got Strongbow. It's a little bit of like a more aesthetically pleasing cider. We got the dry version of this, and I'm saying dry as it means like a crispier taste.
High on
Crispy,
the crisp
yeah?
scale.
Yeah, high in the crisp.
What's the difference between Summersby and Strongbow? Is this like cheaper or something?
It's just Summersby. Summersby just the goat. You know.
We
Like-
don't know. We just looked at them both there, and Aaron's like, I want to try like a different brand.
Oh, yeah.
fuck it. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you guys wanna?
Let's rate it. Let's rate it.
Let's
I'm
rate it?
surprised
I've been
it's
rating
not
it for a while. What is it? Okay, Ross.
What's the rating system?
Just 0 to 10.
It's 0 to 10. 10 being the best. It's not as good as Summersby. I'm gonna say that it's not better than Summersby.
That's good. That's good. Be loyal, Ross. Be
Yeah.
loyal.
I don't know about the dryness. It's I don't know. It's pretty foamy in a way.
It's like beer. That's good.
Yeah, it's like beer, but I'm not a big fan of beer. So.
Yeah,
He's not a beer
I am,
guy.
so yeah.
Yeah. See, you are.
Yeah.
So. Out of 10, I'll probably rate it like a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you, Sal?
I'd
Sal.
probably give it like a 6. Like
Wow.
I agree with Ross. It's not as good as a Summersby. I think Summersby's are more sweeter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
This
that's true.
again, it's like I don't know if the original would be nicer. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try it, but we'll see.
Right there with Sal. 6 for sure.
6.
The only Summersby I can remember is the bloody what is it? The pink one, the watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah, the
I
watermelon
just so
I
comparing
haven't not
that,
tried that yet.
it's good. Like comparing that to this is like,
We're gonna get
Damn.
watermelon next
Okay.
week.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna try get on that.
How
But
about
I'll
you,
probably
Aaron?
give mine an 8.
How's your?
Ooh,
You're
probably give mine. I'm a bit like of a.
Aren't you being
I
a
like
bit biased
beer.
because it was your choice?
Huh?
He knows he's down bad on the
Yeah, I know I'm down bad. I'm
He's
down
0 from
like
3.
yeah.
This is his best rating yet.
This is yeah.
That's
It is. It is. It is my best rating yet. But you know, I picked it. I stand by it. So
So how do you boys
I
do
might-
it? Do you
Wait,
like-
hold on.
with
What
the
made
quiz.
you choose this specific one instead of Summersby?
I was legit going for like beer. Like
Yeah, he was going for beer in the first
yeah.
place.
And then Sal's like, no one's gonna like beer, so we're gonna do cider. And then I was like, okay, what's good for this weather? We should get something like crispy, so it's like fresh for you. But
Put so much
none of you
thought
guys
into
don't
it.
like it.
Yeah, thought into it.
Yeah,
Put thought
none of
into
you guys
like
don't
why
like
you
it.
chose
I appreciate
yeah.
it, bro. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Riley.
Yeah.
Anyways, off after that, I think we should, I guess,
Let's get
just
stuck
start.
into it.
Yeah, let's get
Start
into it.
into the
Since,
script. All right, very
since
good, Ross.
Sal was complaining that you guys had an intro for so long since past episodes. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So I thought I'd speed it
that was
up.
pretty quick. I think we did good.
Yeah, would you go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Is that a
so
record, Ross?
today we're just gonna be having a normal conversation with Riley. It's not really a typical spot, episode. Kind of.
Is it more like a podcast episode?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go. That. There you go. So in here, as you guys can tell already, we have a special guest, Riley. We've known him for like how many years now? Like 4 or 5 years.
2017.
2017.
Yes,
so
2017.
Is that 4 years?
4 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, 4
Jeez.
years. Yeah, I met this guy through school, my senior high.
Yeah.
He was one of the first guys that I met, even before I met Jaden.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like he's been a close friend of ours for like, the whole time. And how about you guys? Like, how did you guys meet Riley? Like,
I don't remember.
Bro, I
Yeah.
swear the first time I met you was the Queensland trip. Was it?
It probably
Really?
was.
Or maybe we met
Maybe.
once before
Yeah,
Ross's
maybe just
birthday or
before
something.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the first time I properly ever talked to you was
that's
living with
crazy.
you.
I feel like you guys.
Yeah, exactly. That
That's
was
funny,
Yeah.
But you guys have seen each other then, yeah?
Yeah.
Once or
like
twice.
once
Before
I
you
saw
were
really
coached.
like once.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's crazy. I thought you guys like met already, like properly.
Oh really?
I just
No.
went. I got on a plane. I'm like, yo, Riley's there. What's up?
How about you, Aaron? Do you remember? the first time
Even before when I didn't know that you and Riley were friends, I used to see Riley and one of your best friends, Meet Patel. He used to. I used to, cause you guys live around Windsor, right?
Yeah,
Before?
yeah.
And Meet lives around Quakers Hill. So when you guys take the train from from St Mary's or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
I used to see you guys sometimes.
Oh really?
But Meet had like a distinct
Look.
Louis Vuitton. Yeah. He's got a LV polo, bro.
Well,
He
did you
wears-
just meet them, or did you just stare at them? From
I
a
see
distance?
them in the train.
You just
No,
told
I see them in the
Stalking
train,
yourself
and then
backstage.
I see them in the train, and then sometimes I see them with like Ross. This was before Ross and Nick started introducing me and Dylan to the St Mary's
You've been
boys.
stalking them for a while.
Yeah.
I think I
Like a
met,
hawk, bro,
I met
like a hawk.
Dylan
Yeah.
before you though.
Yeah.
Because the first time I met Dylan was at the Weekend concert.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
went to
Oh,
a
yeah.
weekend concert.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to
Which was
Dylan.
at the end of year 11, so end of 2017. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
met him
Yeah,
probably sometime.
Holy
Yeah,
shit! For like a
probably
whole
for
year, you didn't
basketball or
meet this
something.
guy at all.
Huh?
You didn't meet Aaron at all for the whole year.
Not
all
for a
of
whole year.
2017. It would have been probably the end of 2017.
Yeah,
Jesus.
probably like around December. Or something.
Maybe Secret Santa if we did it that year. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it might
we?
have been like Damien's.
I don't think so.
Did we
or something.
do Secret Santa at Damien's?
Would've
that
been
year?
I don't think so.
Games
I think that
night.
was like the next year. That was the
Was
next
it?
year. I think it had to be a
Yeah.
games night or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Or oh no, Damien's birthday.
yeah, Damien's.
Oh no,
Was
that
that?
was 2018, right? Fuck,
Was
I
that
can't even
He had
remember
a few
now.
though.
Alright, we're getting
He
really
had a
caught
few
up in
Yeah.
birthdays.
I can't even remember.
Guys, are mixing
Can't even
together a
remember.
timeline.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Riley here is actually on a holiday right now from
Yeah.
Byron Bay. I mean, he lived here originally, but he moved to
Yeah,
Byron
I
he
Bay.
lived here
from here.
for 19 years.
19
and then,
years.
Yeah, moved
They
to
went-
Byron Bay, yeah.
When last year, right?
Yeah, man.
Last
yeah.
year, and then just in here for a holiday from his film school. So he's actually a TikToker. Can I say that?
No,
TikToker.
I'm a videographer and I happen to upload TikToks every now and then, but no, not a TikToker.
Yeah. Where did I want to ask, like, because I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but not really in depth. So, like, where did like your interest for like videography and like cinematography, film originate from?
I didn't
When did
have.
that start?
I loved watching movies. I loved, like, I was a big fan of the whole Hollywood scene and everything my whole life growing up. But the first time I ever realized like the little things I was making, like when I was, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 and stuff growing up, me and my best mate Andy, we'd always make like these just little crappy short films together. We'd just like make ourselves look like action stars and stuff like that. You know, the classic iMovie trailers.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
It's like with like the template or
Yeah. When we were little kids, like, all those little things, and then developed into like little short skits and all that sort of stuff we were developing on our own. But I never thought of it as anything more than just fun. But then at the start of year 11, I was introduced to this class called multimedia, and that's from there on got introduced to people like Jaden, Ray Lynn, and a bunch of very talented people in that class, and even our teachers, Matt and what was it? Benita, yeah.
Yeah.
And just very
I forgot her
talented
name.
people, and through the projects and stuff I developed in that class, I was able to realize, holy shit, like I can actually do
make a
something
career
with
from it.
this if I put some time into it. And now I'm in that process of putting that time into it and making something out of it.
How old were you when you started doing those like iMovie things with?
Oh, bro, you could find, like, do you guys remember that Video Star at all? Video Star? No?
No.
Bro, it was like this app. It was like before like the iMovie trailer stuff got big.
Is it still in like Apple or was it
Bro,
like?
I don't know. I was like 10, 11 years old. Me and Andy and his little brother, we'd just like you could like put on a top track on it, and then you could make a mini music video essentially on it. So it's like the iMovie trailer, like you're putting clips and shit.
Yeah.
But with the song. So then we were just making like Bruno Mars music videos of us just dancing in front of their iPads and stuff like that. So that was my first. And then
That's just
and then we moved into the high production iMovie trailers
iMovie
at
trailers.
11 years old. Yeah.
Even before Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that like you wanted kind of like, I don't know, like go for like a career in cinematography around like year 11, probably?
Oh,
Is that when you realized, or like?
No. I wasn't like instantly like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bloody become a videographer, and then in the future I'm gonna become a director, so on and so forth. Like that's where I'm at now. I can see that coming out in the future, but in year 11 it was more of just like, I could see that I could make something out of it, but I was still in that mindset of I needed to go to business school. I needed to have that backup essentially of
What was your
being
plan?
being able to work in a business.
Graduating and stuff. What were you think you were like gonna do before this whole videography thing came in?
Holy shit, that's a tough question, man. Mine's changed like my whole life. When I was a little kid, from as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a cop until I was about 14 years old, and then I realized that they get paid like shit all.
Yeah,
I was like, it's not worth it, man. Like,
that's usually what breaks the deal.
yeah, exactly.
With a risk of life too.
You can see photos of me at like 8, 9 years old. Like my dad obviously is a tradie and stuff. He had cop friends, so whenever like they'd be nearby, he'd like get them in, like, let me wear their vests, and I'd stand in front of the cop cars looking like a boss.
I remember when you like had that going away party thing, or no, not even going, just your birthday actually. Your
What was it for?
18th, 2018.
Oh yeah.
So like you had those like little gift bags. I know Jaden and Maylin might remember this. Like, you had those gift
My
bags.
parents made them. Yeah,
With like a baby picture of you, like
Yeah.
different type of pictures of each bag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
And
still have those.
there was like a bunch of pictures of like you taking a picture like in a police car,
yeah,
a
man.
cop car. Yeah.
I really want to be a part of the 5-0. Hey, holy shit. I don't know why, man. Like, I didn't realize. I think I just saw, like, my favorite movie growing up was Starsky and Hutch. Do you guys remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
film?
yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's one of the best cop films of all time. That old detective film. And, like, just watching them, like, bust Snoop Dogg with, like, cocaine and, like, and jumping through, like, golf
Really.
ranges, all this stuff.
I wanted to be a
fast cars.
detective after watching Rush
Right.
Hour.
Is that
Rush
what
Hour was
It's
Rush
the
Hour
exact same vibe, basically, yeah.
you want to
Rush
be?
Hour.
Jackie Chan or you want to be Chris Tucker? Bro?
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to be the bomb squad chick. You know,
The
like,
bomb squad.
you know, like the bomb detonator, like on the,
Oh yeah, yeah,
in the first movie. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was thinking more like Hurt Locker or something. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
funny as well.
jeez.
So what was like, I guess your next aspiration? Do you remember after
Ooh.
cop?
Yeah, stockbroker. I want to be a stockbroker
Jeez.
for another period
It's
of
never
time.
too late, bro.
Oh, obviously, I'm still really interested in the stock market and stuff.
Yeah.
Looking into that always, like learning more
What's
and
this
more
after
about
watching Pursuit of Happiness?
Pursuit of happiness.
that. I feel like it was another film. It wasn't Wolf of Wall Street or Pursuit of Happiness. It was something else, like that got me interested in it.
Like The Big Short.
Yeah, maybe it was A Big Short. I don't know. Oh, but that was a bit later, wasn't it?
That's the recent.
Yeah, that was like 2015
It's like a year.
or something like that. But I don't know, there's heaps of good movies on the stock market. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it was film that actually
Pursuit of-
inspired like all my careers, like Starsky and Hutch for being a cop,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause
stock
you can-
market video to
you
be a
can
stock
be
broker.
whatever you feel like you want.
Yeah, and then obviously watching like Breaking Bad, you want to sell meth. Bro, like when I watched Breaking Bad, one of my favorite shows, I was like, holy shit, like maybe that's a good career. Like,
What, selling meth?
bro, have you watched all of Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Does it not tempt you?
It would feel good, yeah. I mean, like just sitting on that, you know.
Bro, that adrenaline.
Kind
So
of
like,
like sitting on that
I
pile.
guess.
Just-
But everyone on
um,
your ass though, like
I don't know.
I
Just
feel like
like
you could do it, like I guess because it's like you know.
obviously they
There's-
glorify
it's a
it.
TV
glorify
show.
it,
Yeah.
yeah. If you were just like a silent partner in a meth production business,
yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
complaining.
Quick disclaimer: I'm not a meth. I don't sell meth. I don't do meth. But yeah,
Wait,
it was
Nearly
just
tempted by
interesting.
it.
Yeah, just tempted.
Gotta make ends meet down in Byron.
Yeah. Good.
So movies pretty much like influence like, you know, like what you like your dream jobs
Yeah.
before.
That's
Yeah.
That's crazy.
that's probably it. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. I mean that's crazy though. I mean like
But then I realized I want to make it. I want to make films. I want to tell stories. I want to That's the world I want to dive into.
so I know that you were like doing a different course, right? Like
Yeah.
after graduating. So
Yeah.
we all went to uni. You went to our uni actually. We all did like commerce and shit like that.
Yeah.
So when did you like realize that I kind of want to enroll for film school instead of this? Because like why did you
So
go to uni
yeah, it was.
instead of film school straight away?
There was a few things like so I was doing a Bachelor of Commerce and a Bachelor of Arts, the double degree at Macquarie, and I did 1 year of it. I dropped out after the 1 year, then applied for SAE, got the scholarship to move up there. But yeah, so that 1 year period, the first semester, I was so invested in it. I thought it was like the coolest thing, you know, like moving into this massive school. Like, you know, first person in my family personally to go to university, to be accepted to university,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was a really cool thing for me to have. But then moving into the second semester, I just got to this point where I wasn't putting in all my effort, and I had to like putting like the effort that I should have been putting in to make anything out of that course. But then I took a step back from it and, you know, had a look at why this was the case, why I wasn't putting in the same effort
Yeah.
that I was previously. And it was basically the fact that I wanted to learn essentially how to be a videographer, learn the basics of videography, and how to run my own business. But the two main things that were horrible at Macquarie, I found, were they were teaching me how to work in a business, not work for my own business.
Oh yeah.
And-
You weren't being pushed to be independent.
Yeah, it was like I felt like I was being taught how to work at a desk, and it just wasn't for me. But then also every arts unit that I did in that short period of time, there was no experienced, I guess you could say, like, teacher or whatever. It was just someone who had done an arts degree themselves, done the masters for that arts degree, and then mastered also in teaching, and then they're just teaching what they learnt. They never went into the industry and, like, you know, experienced being on a set, experienced, you know,
so they just
making,
got caught in the cycle,
and
like,
telling
they
their own
just went
stories.
around,
And then I found SAE, and holy crap, man! Like, obviously they can promise anything on a website, but I can tell you, like, it's not a sponsor or anything, but like, when in the time I've been studying there, every single teacher I've had, like, has had
some
awesome
form of experience,
man. Crazy. Like, one of my favorite teachers was Russell Burton. Probably shouldn't drop names and stuff, but he's worked on, like, a lot of Australian TV shows and stuff in the past, and I don't know exactly his portfolio and stuff, but right now he's actually working on a film, he's writing a film, and he's had a lot of interest from, like, Australian production companies to now, like, give him a budget for the film, like, upwards towards, like, 7 figures, like so he could be making a feature film within the next few years. So I guess strained it off a little bit on that question, but that's the main reason. The main reason is just they weren't teaching me what I thought.
So around when did you, like, enroll to film school?
Jeez, I know. It was like that. How I explained it before, like, taking a step back. That wasn't just like a week of taking a step back. I finished my second semester at the end of 2019, and then I didn't study for the first. What was it? I didn't sign up for the first semester. I just
deferred it, kind of.
Yeah, I deferred it, and that's when I took the step back and was trying to figure it out, essentially, of what I wanted to do moving forward. But it took some time, and then looking into so many different film schools, not just SAE. Like, I was looking into, obviously, JMC, Academy, all those different things, and then eventually stumbled across SAE. Then went through the process of applying for the scholarship, and somehow was, well, not somehow, bloody beast, but I was awarded the scholarship, and then 2 weeks later moved up to Byron Bay. So.
How was the process like in enrolling? Like,
enrolling?
Did you have to, like, hand in your own portfolio?
Yeah, it was just about showing, like, stuff I'd worked on so far, and obviously it was very minimal at that point. It was, like, mainly presenting my HSC multimedia project, to be honest. That was, like, the big portion of it.
I feel like they wouldn't expect, like, an insane amount, because you are just enrolling to start.
Yeah, but my HSC multimedia project, I was very proud of it as well. Like, it was, put a lot of work into it. As, like, a whole hip-hop magazine. Raylene was in it. Ross was in it, actually.
Sure.
Yeah. It was...
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. It was a nice little body of work. But
how did it go with, like, friends and family? Like, when you took the step back, was it, like... Because obviously telling family and stuff, say you were, like, the first one accepted into university, were they kind of, like, a bit... Yeah. My mum, like... My dad was... I don't know. He's a pretty chill guy. He's not gonna,
push you towards...
Like, he just wants me to do exactly what I want to do, but he wants me to do it at the best of my ability, of course.
Yeah.
But my mum, of course, your mum was like, loves the whole, essentially, talking with the friends about what your son's doing, and sounds great that your son's going to one of the best business schools or whatever in Sydney, and he's studying this, so on and so forth. That sounds awesome. It doesn't sound awesome to say my son's now deferred and he's in the process of looking for a school. That doesn't sound great. Yeah. So of course my mum was a bit hesitant towards the whole process. But I have a pretty funny story about that, actually. I was working when I did defer for that 3-month period or 4-month or whatever it was until I moved up to Byron. In that period I was still working for this company. I obviously won't name them because I don't work there anymore, but I was working with this company. They're a traditional office-based job or whatever, I'll just say. And so during that period of time that I was in uni, they were quite lenient in the fact that when I'm studying, like, it was a full-time job, so like everyone else working there is like 5 days a week if you're not a uni student. But if you're a uni student, you can only work the days that you're not at uni, sort of thing. So then when I deferred, I got to the point where I did not like this job that I was at whatsoever.
Yeah, because you got to the point that you were just doing it to get money.
Exactly. So I did not tell this job that I was at that I was no longer in uni.
Yeah.
So I was still only working there
like
in
that.
that.
I did that shit every time I'm on holidays.
Yeah.
With my old
Exactly.
job, yeah.
I was just
What were you doing at that job?
I don't want to get into specifics of it because like the industry and stuff, but essentially I was hired as an intern straight out of high school. So most of my work that I did in the first 6-month period, they put me on this traditional intern based thing where you work in each individual sector of the business. So a month in marketing, a month in sales, a month in the warehouse, a month in purchasing, so on and so forth, a month in I think it was like 2 weeks in accounting, something like that. So you get like a experience in sort of everything, and then they're like, oh, does this fit you, does this fit you, oh, you did shit in this, so you get to see what you were doing. So then from there I sort of adopted I lent more towards like the sales side of things. So that was more of what I was doing over that time. But yeah, I won't go too much into it because just don't want to talk about what type of business it was.
It's not
a SaaS business.
Is it the best business?
Yeah, it was just inspired from Breaking Bad.
No, this is my I know there's like a lot of tension there between the owners of that business and my departure.
Oh, okay,
Right.
Makes sense.
Did the people around you ever influence you to kind of like go for this pathway that you took, like friends and family? Because I know in multimedia and shit, like you're around like creative people, right? And you know like how St. Mary's is like a lot of creative people. Like you have Jaden in graphic design and Jaden with like you know videography and shit. So like did that ever like
100%, man. Yeah, like if we want to just talk about the example of St. Mary's, I don't even know if I'd be doing what I am right now if I didn't go to St. Mary's, because going to St. Mary's Senior High, I was able to, I don't know, just be myself way more than I was at my previous school.
Yeah.
I was going to a sports high school and it's just a bunch of meatheads just just wanting to be the alpha male, and
it's like a big testosterone.
Oh man, you don't even know. Yeah, it's crazy. But then moving to a place where I know you obviously still get dickheads and judgmental people and stuff like that, but the majority
There's
of those
more
dickheads
variety.
is way less. It's awesome.
I mean, that's saying like the freedom to express yourself is like it's valuable. So
100%,
yeah. 100%. So like when you got accepted and you found out that it was in Byron, like you applied for Byron Bay, right, for SAE, or like you applied for somewhere else?
Applied for Sydney, yeah.
For Sydney, obviously because it's like local, yeah.
Wait, what was the question you were going to ask?
So like you know like after like finding out that you got accepted to the Byron Bay's one, did you like hesitate in taking it, or were you kind of like how'd you react to it, since knowing that you're gonna be moving away from like friends and family and stuff and living by yourself?
Yeah, so I didn't bloody read the terms and conditions and stuff of the
That's what we all miss.
of the scholarship I was applying for. So essentially, I applied to study at the Sydney version of the uni.
Yeah.
And obviously,
wait, how close is the Sydney one from?
It's right near UTS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like near Central sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I applied to study there. I was accepted, and I was gonna be starting there at the exact same time I started at Byron. But then I came across the application for the scholarships, and then went through that whole process and submitted everything, and then didn't think much of it. But then eventually, after obviously, do we have to stop for a little bit?
No.
Keep going.
Okay. Where was I? Sorry.
You did the applications.
Yeah, so after... Wait, what was the question?
No, so like how'd you react to it, like knowing that it's in Byron Bay and knowing that you're going to be moving away from your friends and family and living by yourself?
Yeah.
You know, like, how'd you react to it?
Yeah, so what I was saying, I didn't read the terms and conditions and stuff like that. So obviously the scholarship, you have to be studying in the regional area, which obviously Byron, Northern Council, Northern New South Wales, most of that, all the way up to like Ocean Shores-ish area is considered regional area. Yeah. So when I got the eventual acceptance of the scholarship, obviously I was stoked. Like I paid less for my debt or whatever. But then reading more into it, they said you have to obviously study in northern New South Wales.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a hard thing to process, especially when the course started in 14 days time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so I was 19 years old, had like about roughly 10 days to decide to move out.
How were your parents when
my parents were pretty stoked about it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
It might be hard for you guys to understand. I know on my girlfriend's side of things, she's a Filipino, so her parents would not want her moving out anytime soon.
Of course.
But my parents were bloody happy for me. I shared a room with my brother for bloody 19 years, and they knew I was getting jack of it, and that opportunity arose, so they said, like, you're an idiot if you don't take it. So, yeah.
How'd you arrange it though? Like, I can just imagine like 10 days.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like, it sounds crazy, but then that's what I thought. And my first day or two of finding it out, like, holy shit, how am I going to do this? 14 days moving out.
That's good. That was actually going to be my next question.
12 hours, it's so far away. But then my sister came up to me and was like, you're essentially, in kind of words, and she said, like, you're being a bitch. Like,
that's a nice way to put it. That's a nice way to
like
tough love.
Yeah, because she's 6 years older than me. She, straight out of high school, basically, she traveled the world for, I'd say, like 3 years or so like that. I didn't see her most of my pubescent time. Like, when she left, I was,
Arndt.
Yo. Oh, thank you. What is this for?
When she left, I was like, a little 5 foot kid. When she got back, I was like 6 foot. So, there's a massive portion of time that she missed out of time, like, with our family and like living on her own, traveling around Europe, like living in Ireland, living in England, and then living in Vietnam even, and so on and so forth. But so then she approached me about it, saying I was being a little bitch. She said, when I moved to Vietnam, so essentially she came home after her 2 or 3 year trip. She was home for a few months, and then the opportunity arose for her to live in Vietnam for, I don't remember how long it was, maybe 3 months or so. But this opportunity that arose for it was, I think she said something about 5 days away or something like that. Like, her flight was going to be in 5 days' time for her to then live in Vietnam, a country she, never
she doesn't. English is
not a native language. Yeah. Like, what is she going to do? And she did it. She just packed the bags and
Wait, what was your sister's career?
Right now she's living in England. She's posting yoga videos and stuff. Go subscribe to her, Somali a day.
Oh, let's go.
But yeah, she's also working at a chocolatier shop up there, which her boyfriend's sister owns, and so making, like, specialty English chocolates or whatever. But yeah, that's her gig at the moment. But
it's a life well lived.
Yeah, man.
That's insane. How did she? Did she just feel like, fuck it, I'm just gonna finish school and, like, leave?
Basically, hey, dude, she just, I don't know how she did it. She was working as a lifeguard from the age of, like, 14 or something like that. So in that, like, 4 to 5 year period, she was a great saver of money, and over that time she just banked up enough money to be able to live for essentially 3 years. Work at occasional bars and stuff in England and stuff like that, and that's about it.
Yeah. So, like, how did you prefer yourself living away and, like, living by yourself?
Oh, bro, so good. Like, I love my parents, love my siblings and stuff like that. But the I don't know, the freedom, the beauty of being able to just be independent. It sounds like it sucks so much. Like, you have to pay your own bills, pay your rent, pay for groceries, everything like that. Yeah, money's hard, like, but at the end of the day, money comes and goes. You figure it out. But what you get the most from it is the knowledge, the confidence. Like, it's, I don't even know how to put it to words, man.
I feel I don't know, you probably know, but wouldn't life just feel more, like, in a sense, rewarding, just doing the things you're already doing?
Yeah, like buying a bloody 6-pack of, what are these called? Strongbows. Like, I don't know, you buy these living at home, like, yeah, it's just an occasional buy or whatever. But when you have all these other expenses, you're fending for yourself, you're paying for everything. When you're able to, buy something as small as something like this, I don't know, it just has that extra bit of, like, oomph to it.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, it's cool.
So you appreciate more of the little stuff.
Appreciate
simple stuff.
appreciate the little things for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, you still haven't answered. How did you prepare yourself into
What was it? What was the
moving and shit
actual
like that? Yeah.
How did I prepare?
Yeah. It's like moving.
I thought
yeah.
you said prefer.
No, prepare.
Okay.
My bad.
That's all right.
Shots on an extra question.
Yeah.
Um.
What a bonus.
So how did I prepare myself?
Yeah.
Did you just like yeet all your shit into suitcases and like?
Well,
Yeah.
bro, the packing, the
The travel.
finding accommodation, the travel, everything like that's so easy because you
Wait,
just
finding accommodation in like 14 days was like fine.
yeah. I ended up living at campus
Because you were dorming,
Campus
right? Yeah,
accommodation.
you were
Dorms.
dorming, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the hardest part is, figuring out the works of the missus. You gotta.
Don't worry.
I like how you had to change your entire life, move away from family, and like the hardest thing was the missus.
Yeah, it's tough. Like,
because you're worrying about another person.
yeah, it is.
Well.
It's rough. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I love her to bits, but like, and living away from home, the quality time you're able to spend with each other drops dramatically. So I guess linking it back to the preparation question.
So you had more.
It was a lot.
It was harder to like prepare in terms of like with your significant other than
Yes.
like by yourself.
100%.
Really?
What were you
Yeah.
guys doing in Byron? Is that like a Zoom relationship? Like,
Yeah, like essentially, it's just like
or did you come
Cool.
down every now and then?
well, I come down whenever there's breaks, which is
Okay.
every 3 months. But she was able to come up and visit me last trimester, so she came up and we stayed at Airbnbs, showed her around Byron and everything for a week, and that was good fun. But yeah, the majority of it is like, it sounds weird, but like, you're just on calls all the time. You're just talking. Like, obviously it's hard, but at the same time, I know it's worth it because you got to take some time to look into the long run of it and I had some time to look into like the position I was in and see like obviously I was living in Byron, I meet women all the time. It's a coastal town, there's women everywhere. But when I see all these different women that I'm meeting at parties at the beach, all these like girls, like, when I'm talking to them and like getting to know them as friends, I'm just like, you're nowhere near as good as her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every conversation I swear I have with women in the northern coast of New South Wales, like, obviously Australian women, everyone's nice. Like, I met a lot of good friends and stuff up there, but I could never have a genuine conversation to the point that I can have with my girlfriend. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's on another level.
Yeah.
Just clip that for her. In the
Yeah.
podcast.
Clip that. Yeah.
I'm
Clip
sure.
that.
I'm sure she'll be listening. She'll.
Yeah.
Clip that.
Yeah.
So like, how's your moving like from Sydney to Byron Bay? Like, how's the culture there and like settling in by yourself? Like, how was it?
Wait, what was it? Sorry.
It's like how was your move from Sydney to Byron Bay? Like, like living by yourself, settling
Like,
in.
were you dorming on your own? Like, it's your own dorm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
I got my own room because of COVID, obviously. But like before previous trimesters, you would have had to pay more to have your own room, but
Yeah,
because of
please.
COVID, they balanced
make it
out the price to have
How
your
how's
compromise.
the
own
room?
room. Oh, fucking trash.
Yeah.
But
it's a
concrete,
box, right?
concrete box, bro.
You
One
rarely,
box.
you
yeah.
rarely hear someone about like saying, "How's your dorm? It's pretty good."
No, bro. Like, I see like on American like movies, American Pie, all this stuff. The American
Like the
colleges
frats and
rooms.
stuff.
Oh,
The
so the
sororities.
frat houses, but like those classic like American college rooms. It's like nice wooden furniture, wooden carpet floor, and it's like kind of like a hotel kind of vibe.
Oh, okay.
Well, mine was like this freaking
jailhouse
garage,
vibe?
bro. Like,
I feel like
It's like a
that'd
prison
be pretty
vibe.
nice. I'd fuck with this garage.
bro, when you live in like concrete floor with like one window and your door is like a fly screen sliding door.
Really?
Yeah, it's odd to say the least. But
So is the room? It's just like, do you get your own bathroom?
no, it's shared bathroom,
But how
shared
many
kitchen.
people?
About 20.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop out.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm moving to Gold Coast, bro?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm moving to
Yeah,
Gold
you
Coast.
deserve that, bro.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
20 fucking people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a line outside to shit, you know.
No, it doesn't get like
that
that.
line outside.
It doesn't get like that.
It's like someone got
The toilets aren't too bad.
finish off.
The toilets aren't too bad though. Like the worst part's the kitchen, man. Like I have pretty high maintenance for like when I'm cooking, and I don't know, it's just common sense, man, to have high maintenance around your food.
Yeah. To be like hygienic and stuff,
But
right?
bro, I swear, like 70% of the people that live there do not a fly just went in my drink. Ew.
There you go.
Yeah, but like 70% of the people that live there do not know how to wash up, do not know how to like clean up their stuff. It's disgusting. It got to the point.
It's just like dishes and shit.
Yeah, man, and like food on the floor. Like they cook, they chop some onions. You know, when you like
Yeah.
chop some onions, onion bits gonna fall on the floor.
They just leave it there.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
like, it's not that hard, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that, man.
Yeah.
Wait, do you mind me
As
asking
soon
how
as
much you
you
were paying? Like, if you
It's
don't want to say
rough.
the number.
yeah, of course I will. It was
pocket.
$250 a week.
Oh jeez.
But then now, compare this to me moving to the Gold Coast with two of my best mates right now that have the same passion and drive as me, and moving into this apartment in Varsity Lakes with a lake view. I get an ensuite.
Yeah.
There we go.
I get
Now you're talking.
carpet floor.
I'm gonna say I get 2 windows.
I'm paying $180 a week, so I'm saving money to live.
Oh,
Better
so they were
fucking-
fucking with you at
Oh, bro.
SAE.
It's
Okay.
no, it's not just SAE. It's Byron Bay, man.
Just
You-
like general area.
any home in Byron Bay. If you replicated Jaden's home here, just a traditional suburban Sydney home, if you took that to any street in like the main complex of Byron Bay, it'd triple in value. Like, it's
shit.
insane. It just derives from the high demand and tourists and
Yeah.
coming up there. It's just absolutely insane. Because you could own a home in Byron, chuck that shit on Airbnb, and you could probably sell it out for, I'd say, at least 11 months of the
Oh,
year.
jeez.
Like it's pretty insane.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So how different are your days in your day in life in Byron compared to when you were here in Sydney? Is it like this kind of like the same, or like it's way different now?
Well, you got to think back in Sydney, well, in Sydney now, but when I was living in Sydney, I was working that office job, and then just like working creatively on content and stuff. But it's completely different, yeah, because like most of my mindset was, even though I was only working around 4 days a week at this office job, I don't know why it was, but most of my mindset was just pulled towards that job.
Yeah.
I know the toxicity of that workplace was just very, very draining, and especially creatively draining, because when you come home from a place of toxic people and people yelling, swearing, and just you could just a vibe of people that generally don't like each other.
Bring it home.
Yeah, and then eventually you bring that energy home, and you don't want to creatively work on yourself. So, but then obviously moving to Byron, it's like complete flip of the switch. No one, like I'd say less than 10%.
Was everyone more
10% of the
laid back
people
there or something, or
Are they what?
more laid back?
Yes,
More careful about
insanely.
this stuff.
Like, no one works office jobs in Byron. Like it's bloody 50% backpackers, and then like 30% like
Students
and like touristy sort of things,
And
and
5%
then,
celebrities.
yeah, and then like 20% mega rich
Occasional
people. Yeah,
Hemsworth.
How long
Yeah.
were your days though? Say like, so you had like your office days at Sydney. In Byron, say like a classic day. Did you spend like a while on campus or?
like what was a day in the life in Byron?
Yeah,
like? Okay. Well, I was studying full time, so essentially I would have 2 full days of school. So, say my latest trimester, I had a cinematography unit that went for about 9 hours of the day. So it was like four hours, then a little bit of a break, and then like another 4 hours or so.
Yeah.
And then the second day was 2 other units. One was a title sequence / like animation sort of unit, and then the other one was the theory-based unit, and they both together took up 1 day. But then the rest of the days of like the rest of say a full day of study or so would consist of like got into a good pattern of gym every single morning with me, Christian, and Toby. Then most of the time, if it's beautiful weather, which is pretty bloody consistent, is we go to the beach, and then by the time we get back from the beach, quickly shower, and then it's time for class at like 9 a.m. So then you're finishing class at like, 5 or so p.m.
Wait, it was 9 a.m. So wait, what time did you go to the gym?
Oh, early, man. Yeah. It's a grind, but it's fun. It's like when you get into it, it's bloody awesome. But I'm bloody out of it now. I haven't gone to the gym in a few weeks. But so then after a full day of study, when you start to get like further and further towards the end of the trimester, I was taking on like so many different projects. So I had those 3 classes. Obviously the animation class had its single project. The theory class had its assignments and stuff like that, but piss easy, really, really easy. And then my cinematography unit, the main project for that unit was essentially, creating your own piece of content. It can essentially be whatever you want it to be, but it has to essentially tell a story. So you can do a short film, you can do an advertisement, whatever, as long as it tells a story. I personally chose to direct and edit a music video for a local artist. But taking on that project, I realized that I actually have like a lot more time. So I was like, holy shit, let's take on more and more stuff. So then from there, I reached out into the school and even outside of the school, and I wouldn't even know the number of projects I worked on over the trimester, but it was like, I ended up being on about 6 different productions. So I did the cinematography for 2 separate short films. I directed and edited the music video. I was an actor in an advertisement.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but I'll show you boys after. It's pretty sick. And it's for Alizé, I was like a bartender. Like,
Alizé!
I might have seen
Holy shit!
Like, it's not for the actual company, but like the students ahead of me in the trimester, they have to make an advertisement, and they made one
full
for
circle.
Okay.
I'll show you guys after. It's sick.
Were you working as well, or were you getting paid from the projects?
Yeah. So at the first trimester and going into that second trimester, I was still working. So I adapted my work from this same office company in Sydney and negotiated with my boss to keep working up there. So I still had an income, because I was a bit worried, obviously, about moving up and having no income.
Yeah.
I don't know the best way to explain it, but I was essentially a sales rep in northern New South Wales, just going and meeting with customers, letting them know about our brand, because mainly we were just based in Sydney and so on and so forth. Okay. But then a bit into the trimester, I was taking on so many projects, and that was taking up 70, 80 hours of my week. I couldn't do it anymore.
Keep up with the other stuff. Yeah.
And so I dropped that work, and so from about, I'd say, the last 2 months, I'd say I haven't had work, but yeah.
Okay.
But then obviously taking on videography work and such, but yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be mainly making like income from videography in the Gold Coast?
Yes, 100%, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what Ross said, it's gone full circle, where like you were trying to look for a career that can possibly like sustain your life, or now it is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, it's not exactly at that point yet, but the promises of it are getting greater and greater and greater.
Oh, okay.
Like the connections we're starting to make, me and my group, but like some of the, I won't name names, but an event manager I've come to know in Byron Bay does a lot of the event coordination and such for companies and events and stuff in northern New South Wales, and someone I knew happened to be performing at one of the events that he was running. So they needed a videographer for it. The videographer that was signed on pulled out. I obviously said yes immediately, got Christian and Toby in on it so we can get our first proper experience together.
Yeah.
And so we just rocked up to this event and shot a bloody awesome edit for them, and the event manager absolutely loved it and wants to do more work with us in the future. So that's probably, hopefully, one of the main clients we're going to be working with moving forward. But yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are there any ever like challenges that you've experienced with like coming into Byron Bay, like even with like schooling and stuff like that, and
like, challenges?
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird, man. Like Byron Bay's weird. Like it's so good, but it's so weird. Like if you like go out,
like the people there.
Have you seen any crazy shit?
A lot, yeah. like nudists and drug dealers constantly. And
Are the
everything,
nudists like old men or like? We talking the good type of nudists.
What do you mean, like old women?
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as it's balanced, man. That's fine.
Like in my like second last week before I came home, I think it was, there was a nudist that like wasn't they apparently weren't able to catch him for like 30 minutes or something like that, and they ended up getting like 5 cop cars up to Main Beach to like try and get this nudist. Yeah.
What the frick?
You hit legs, bro.
Nude guy on the run, yeah. But yeah, some of the other weird things, I guess, because there's no doubt I kind of had a, you know, I guess all of us sort of had like sheltered upbringings, I guess.
Yeah,
like, I lived in like sort of a smaller town sort of thing. I wasn't exposed to a lot of the parties and the party life, essentially, I could say.
Yeah.
But then moving to Byron, it's such a party-driven town. On my first night, actually, in Byron, I was offered like MDMA. I was offered to buy marijuana. I was like, this one guy.
Take it?
No, like, this this one guy in like this full Nike tracksuit like
one of those.
Oh, so they still got lads in Byron, like Eshays and people.
Like, any Eshays you get in Byron come from Gold Coast.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, like there's no like no Eshays that live in Byron, I guess you could say. It's just
They're
it's
like
just all
visiting
backpackers and students and stuff like that, and holidayers and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, this guy Nike tracksuit fully comes staunching up for us from the beach. This is my first time visiting Main Beach. It was like 10 p.m. at night because I met a bunch of people at campus and like come out with me and come out with us and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously went out with them because I didn't know anyone yet. And yeah, so one of my first experiences, just guys staunching up with the tracksuit, being like, hey, and then like looking like he was about to like, you know, verbally abuse or something, and then he just goes into that like full whisper. Yeah, so like, you want to have like 5 pills? I was like, no, like,
No.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
And just little things like that are just.
So you never had like
To
a
a small-
blunt at the beach your whole time in Byron?
No
Can we
comment.
mention that?
No comment.
I was gonna say, wait, we have cameras.
Like you never struggled with, I think, you know, like paying your rent, I guess. Or thing.
Oh nah.
I like how we started out with the question, have you had any challenges, and now we're talking about smoking blunts on the beach.
Yeah, I know, right?
love it.
Yeah.
Oh, like so that's the sort of challenges you're leaning into. Well, I was employed for a lot of it, like so, rent was good.
Even like time management and stuff like that.
But, yeah, time management was a massive thing.
That's
for
because
me, yeah.
I feel like your projects in your film school would be like time consuming, right?
Oh shit, yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really get to it when I was explaining the days and stuff like that. But on some of my 8-hour days and stuff like that with class, it wasn't just that. Like because I worked on like 5 different projects, especially with the music video production. I ended up having to shoot it later in the trimester because like that's only when the artist was available, and I was working on all these different productions. This didn't line up until like later on.
Yeah.
So within like the final few weeks of the trimester, I was doing close to, I'd say like 17-hour days, 18-hour days, just like, you know, full day of class, eat, straight to the edit suite, and just, you know, editing, working on my projects, and and just grinding, you know, because it's not just the projects you have to do. There's all this other theory bull crap with like they call it a learning journal. It does make sense because you have to essentially journal your progress throughout the degree, but it's a lot more work than it sounds.
The type of learning though, I want to ask, because like we go to Macquarie and you know you got to like do your bullshit theory, like where you learn like what date was this concept invented? You know what I mean? Like that shit. Like, do you do that at SAE?
Yeah,
or is it
do
really
that,
like
yeah.
hands on? Like, are you just there like
90% hands on? Yeah,
That's good.
Like there is compulsory classes for essentially theory work, but it all links back to your passion. It all links back to film.
So it's useful.
Okay.
Yeah, like useful to an extent. You still get some bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
like one paying $3,000 for this unit.
Who
like,
invented the camera?
yeah, like I don't know, it's just some silly stuff like that. But yeah, you get that with everything. I think. Yeah.
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 You do.
Yeah. Since you said that, like, there's like 20% of like rich people or like celebrities and shit. Tell us about the time you met Chris Hemsworth.
Bro, top bloke, I tell you. Bloody legend.
Yeah, how did that go around?
Yeah, this would be a good clip for your YouTube or TikTok here. So, essentially, old mate Chris Hemsworth, Thor God of Thunder, was doing a National Geographic
Wait, what?
what is it? Is it Nat Geo? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
yeah, he was doing a documentary or something.
What
He
happened
was-
to good old David Attenborough?
Oh, he wasn't doing the voiceover. Apparently. He was just, one of the spokespersons
Oh,
for it
okay.
or something. I think he'll be on some streaming platform soon. But yeah. So he was told. Well, he was there for that day. No one knew about it. It just happened to be that one of my mates in a higher trimester than myself actually got put on to be a, what do you call it, like assistant sort of thing on the set. So he was just grabbing stuff from the truck, being a grip essentially for that set. And he was the one that told me, bro, like they have this Nat Geo production coming into campus in like 2 days time, and everyone was like making rumors that someone big's going to be there, and I was trying to find out who it was and like asking people if like David Attenborough's coming.
Yeah, let's go.
and then like one of the higher people in the production in the meeting turned to him and was like, "Nah, mate, Chris Hemsworth's coming." I'm like, holy shit! Like I think that's cool.
Yeah.
David Attenborough. Like,
I
obviously,
think I would fuck with David Attenborough
David
more.
Attenborough's cool.
I would
like,
dap him up so bad.
Oh, dap him up.
he's like 90, bro. Like,
He's frail. You can't.
No, I remember him. He did a documentary on the Barrier Reef or something on Nat Geo.
of course he did.
Like, what?
But
So like, I get why you were expecting him.
yeah, but so essentially on that day, I forgot exactly what I was doing that day. I had some sort of production outside of campus. I had to help with someone's production. There's this big green screen down the road that you have to drive to near SAE. And I think I had to go down there, and I was in the car with 3 other mates. And when we were driving out of campus, one of the studios that they happened to be shooting this part of their documentary in was just like on the edge of the campus gate. So we drove out, and like obviously trying to peek into the set, see if we can see anyone. We didn't see anything. Went to the green screen, did our shoot, came back, trying to have another peek when we're driving back into campus. Didn't see anything. I'm like, oh, he must be gone. Like, that's fine, whatever. Like, it's just Chris Hemsworth, just Thor, whatever. Didn't really want to meet him, but yeah. So then about 30 minutes later, my mate shoots me through a photo, the mate that was working on the set, of him with a selfie with Chris Hemsworth. I was like, oh shit, like he's still there. Like, like my room is about 50 meters away from this guy right now.
Oh jeez.
I was like, crap, like what's another excuse we can use to walk past this set or drive past this set one more time? Because, lap past it a few times, it get a bit sus. So then we're like, all right, let's just get all our beach gear on and let's get ready for the beach. So, get the boardies on, get all the sunnies on, slap on the sunscreen, and then we start driving out. And just as we come around the corner of where the studio is, I see this big Toyota pickup truck. I'm like, oh, that's classic Aussie truck or whatever. Yeah. And look to beside it, and there's old mate Chris Hemsworth standing like.
Wait, that was his truck?
Yeah, he
what the frick?
driving I think it was like a Hilux or something.
Classic, bro.
It was just a nice ass Ute. Like, it was obviously the higher versions of the Toyota Utes, but it was just a classic Australian car. But so then obviously saw him. We're like, oh shit, like should we go talk to him? Like, should we say hi? Probably shouldn't. Like, he's just a normal guy. Obviously all this happening in like 20 seconds on the set.
Was there a lot of people around?
About no, because it was like a closed off set. Yeah. So like, it wasn't access to the public. Yeah. But it just happened to be that we lived in that campus that we could go next to it. So then my mate that was driving pulled over and he's like, "Stuff it, I'm gonna go in." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go too." But then the 2 other blokes in the car were like, "No," they're just like, they're just overthinking it and they didn't want to do it. Yeah. So we jumped out of the car, and Chris Hemsworth's about 20 meters in front of me. It was so weird. Like, I know he's a normal human being and everything, but when I hopped out of the car and looked at him, he's just like, it was like down the barrel of a shotgun. Like, he was just I know, just you've seen him on movies.
Did you get pulled up by security, or was it just like chill?
No, he was just standing there, bro. And,
okay.
He was just bloody walked straight towards him. He turned towards me. He was talking to one of his mates. I was like, I don't know, I didn't know how the hell to open a conversation with Chris Hemsworth. So I was like, "Sup, boys? How we doing?" I was like, tried to keep it chill, and then he's like, "Sup, mate?" Like, shook hands to his friends. At this point, I'm just like blanked out because I'm just like
freaking out.
Yeah.
That inside, I'm like, "Oh, like this is like this is a cool person right
Yeah.
now." But then he said something about. Like, this is all between like 1 minute. I only spoke to him for like 1 minute. Obviously, I didn't want to take up his time. He's working or whatever. But he said something like within that first little period, it was like something along the lines of like something about Byron, something about like how nice it was around here or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And just that little thing that he said was just like, oh shit, he's a normal human being. Like, why am I putting him to such like a higher standard?
Yeah.
Like, he puts on this Thor costume and he stands in front of the camera, does this cool shit in front of a green screen. But at the end of the day, he's an Australian dad. He's just a bloke that drives a Toyota or whatever. He's a cool
Drives
guy.
the Hilux.
And then I was just like, yeah, nice to meet you and everything. He was like, yeah, have an awesome rest of your day, boys. And I was like, that was about it. I was like, yeah. Cool.
How'd you get the picture?
Cool. Oh yeah, obviously in that minute time, I was like, yeah, bro, do you mind if I grab a quick selfie? He's like, yeah, no worries. Like, he was so chill about everything.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What a cool guy.
It was really nice. Yeah.
How about your encounter with Liam Hemsworth?
I've not.
Bro, so you're going down the
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, bro.
Yeah. Because before he left, he told me like, oh, one of my goals is to meet Chris Hemsworth jogging.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, but I haven't met Liam Hemsworth. I met Luke Hemsworth.
Oh,
he's the oldest brother. Yeah, this was cooler because I got to like properly talk to him and stuff for a bit because one of the teachers at my college told myself and one of my good mates Sibin that they're shooting a feature film down at Watergoes Beach and we're like in a few days time, and I was like, oh cool, like we'll go check it out and like, we'll see what the set looks like and stuff like that, just to have a suss. But then the day after that, just to preempt my meeting Luke Hemsworth, I actually went down to Main Beach to grab some sushi.
Yeah.
And I happened to stumble across another set, and I was like, oh shit, they're filming so many films here. But it turned out it was the exact same film. They were just filming a scene at the Main Beach sort of area where they sell the sushi and everything. And I was standing around the set for a bit and like started talking to a few people. This one guy with like this bright fluoro vest comes up to me and starts chatting to me, like asking like just basic questions. I was just asking him about the set, like what's the film and stuff like that. He was just telling me about about the story of this local boy that grew up around this sort of area. He was a surfer and stuff like that, and tells the story of him and his role model when he was a teenager or whatever. And I was like, cool, and I asked for his name and stuff like that, and his name was Nick Flannel. Is it Nick Fennell? Nick Flannel, something like that?
Yeah.
But that name probably doesn't mean much to you guys, but he was wearing a Scooby-Doo Warner Bros hat. And I was like, hey man, where'd you get that hat? That's really nice. Like, did you work on that film? And he looked at me, he's like, yeah man, I'm Scooby-Doo.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I was like, what? He was the voice for Scooby-Doo in those original Warner Bros films.
Jesus.
I was like, what
That's
the
sick.
hell? Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, I grew up watching those films and it's really sick. But yeah, and then a couple of days later, I went down to Watergoes Beach when there was that same film set happening. They were shooting some surfing scenes and stuff down there. So cool how they were shooting some of those scenes, man. Mega camera right on the coastline. Like water was like rushing up onto the what is it called, the tripod, stuff like that. Oh, hella sketchy. But so we were just watching like the DOP and stuff like that, shooting people out surfing. Then eventually old mate Luke Hemsworth runs in like from the beach. Like, he was from the ocean. He was one of the people actually surfing that they were filming, and he was just standing around for a bit. And then I saw him walk over to this dude in like this maroon shirt over to the left, and like, I looked over, and this guy in the maroon shirt was actually on my flight. back up to Byron in between my break, and I was like, holy shit. So I was like, there's an easy conversation starter. So I went over and like introduced myself to this guy in the maroon shirt, and obviously Luke Hemsworth as well, and it turned out the guy in the maroon shirt was actually the producer for the film.
What the?
Like, holy shit, yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah,
that's an
cool.
insane way to meet people.
I know,
Yeah.
it's just about getting out there and
Did you say you met like you saw what do you call it, Liam Hemsworth's girlfriend?
Not me. My friend worked at works at Guzman and Gomez, and they had an order for Liam Hemsworth, and obviously they were like, "Oh shit, like order for Liam Hemsworth." And then this girl rocks up and was like, apparently she was like really like quiet and like didn't want to make a scene or whatever. She's like, "I have an order for and like she didn't want to say the name, and she was like, 2 burritos this, and my mate's like, what's the name for the order? And she was like, and she just ignored him. She was like, 2 burritos this, and she just listed the order. He's like, for Liam, and she was like, yes. And it turned out that she was Liam Hemsworth's girlfriend. Yeah.
This guy
it's kind of funny.
him.
I didn't meet her, but yeah.
Who's next? Zac Efron. I heard
Oh,
Zac
I
Efron.
know.
No, it's surely gonna be someone of the.
I'd love to meet Zach, bro. Zach seems like a cool guy. Oh, bloody! Apparently, Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That would be insane.
Bro,
Yeah.
Matt Damon, bro. Yeah.
Good Will Hunting and The Departed.
Bro, feel free to have that
place to
again.
wrap.
Yeah.
100%.
Alright, so one last thing before we end it. So like, since you are a film school student, and like some people might be interested in what is film school like, you know, like what should they expect if they ever go to a film school? And like, do you think you've like is it actually really helpful, and like how much did you improve after attending?
100%. If you're thinking about it, I don't know what words to put it in. If you're past the stage of thinking about it and you do want to go to film school, take the approach that there's going to be a lot of people that just half-ass through it. Like, well, not a lot. I'd say like at least 20% of the people in your class are going to half-ass through it, and it's just obviously a waste of money at that point.
Yeah.
A lot of the perspective on art school, film school, whatever like that, it can be a waste of money, and I feel like those type of people are what give it the bad rep. But if you do take the serious approach to it and take it on like a full-time job essentially, and take on all the opportunities you can, not just the projects you have. Because if you just do the projects you have, like you would at business school and stuff like that, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do old mate's economics assignment even though I don't have an economics unit. That just doesn't make sense. But at film school, every single extra project you do has some sort of way to link to your course and your, I guess, career or whatever. So yeah, one piece of advice: just do absolutely everything you can.
Just get exposed to anything that you can.
Yeah. Even if it sounds boring, just do it. I did live streams. I did bloody photo shoots. I did music videos, short films, documentary help, advertisement help, just anything, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, since I've run out of apple cider, I think that's the best time to wrap it up.
Beautiful.
Thanks for coming, Riley. Talking about your film school experiences.
That was fun.
Your limited amount of time that you're here. Anyways, for those who's listening or watching, make sure you subscribe and like. And
Oh, you want to shout out your TikTok real quick, Riley?
Oh no, my new Instagram, man. My latest bloody Instagram got a temporary close because someone tried to log into it, and it's linked to my old email address, so I can't gain access to it. So I'm probably going to be starting a new Instagram. It's Riley Arndt _ RILEYARNDT _ So yeah,
I think we'll link it in the description as well.
Yeah, because we still have to follow it ourselves on our personal.
I haven't posted anything on it yet, but I will be within the next few days. I'm starting it up, and I'll obviously follow all you guys so you guys can see it. But yeah.
Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. And what Jaden would say, what are you guys doing? If you hit that red button.
Yeah, guys, come on, man. Subscribe. Easy.
Call them motherfuckers one last time.
Yeah, you motherfuckers.
All right, very good. Good way to sum it up.
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today. And peace out.
Beautiful.
I need the money to come, I need the money come fast, cash, dash, I've been a slave to the cash, I just been busting my ass off, man, fuck it, mask off, having bad thoughts, think I've been turning my friends into mad ghosts, I been mad lost. I need the money in commas, I need the money big numbers, mama.